And this is the quarter improvements on Main Street, Water Street, Beacon Street, and Marion Road. Um, so, but this project, we're coordinating closely right now with MassDOT to kind of advance this project. MassDOT has a new project coming in along Route 6 that includes the intersection of Main Street and Route 6, which was included as part of this project. So in coordination with them, we've removed Main Street north of Tobey Lane from the project limits. So that section that was previously part of this will be taken care of as part of the MassDOT project in the future. So, and I think that's going through planning at the moment. So this is the project limits starting at Tobey Lane, coming down Main Street, Water Street, Beacon and Marion, out back out to Route 6 to the east. Again, ideas to improve mobility for all users. Again, this is another issue with pedestrian connectivity. The pavement rehabilitation, moving from the curving, pavement markings, and upgrading the existing drainage and water systems. And ongoing right now, Eversource is replacing their existing gas mains throughout the project limits. So this leads to the existing deficiencies for pavement condition. There's lots of patches. We have, again, lack of ADA compliant pedestrian facilities. The biggest issue we had, and we kind of took a step back, had to do with trees and how they were impacting both the roadway and the sidewalks. And then the other thing is the inadequate roadway drainage and lack of stormwater treatment. So again, existing conditions, there's really no defined roadway edge. The drainage is kind of offset from the gutter line. Difficult pedestrian paths on, again, it being in a historic downtown area, we have both the trees, these little footpaths that aren't ADA compliant, and we're trying to get all these kind of connected while maintaining the character of the road of the neighborhood. So we had a public meeting back in May or June with MassDOT and the public, and we kind of are reworking the plans based on comments we received there and the new arborist report. But in general, we're proposing a 24-foot wide roadway, sidewalk, all along the north side of for the entire corridor, and then in isolated locations, I can think about the sidewalk on the north side from Main Street to the beach, the town beach on Water Street, and then it'll flip to the south side and continue on the south side. And then in isolated locations like the downtown business area and areas where where the homes and businesses are right up against the sidewalk, we'll have sidewalks on both sides. Kind of similar to this, we have sidewalk on both sides. This is the town hall. And then that gets carried through Shipyard Park, and then it gets flipped at the town beach just north of on North Street. By North Street, it will cross over and carry down on the south side on Water Street and Beacon Street. So, as I said, we're currently coordinating with MassDOT and utility companies. Eversource is replacing their gas mains. And as part of this project, based on feedback from MassDOT, the town is proposing to replace their water mains through this. So we're trying to verify the utility corridors now so that Eversource can continue their work. They just finished a piece up to Beacon, or through Beacon up onto Water, and their next phase is going to continue from along Water Street, starting next month, and then they'll finish it out with the intent of finishing before we get to that piece, or this project comes through. We have another public meeting or update to the select board and the public in January with the intent to resubmit the 25% design, incorporating the comments from MassDOT's public information meeting in February. And then with the project is currently scheduled for advertisement in spring of 2028. So that's where, again, right now we're in that coordination phase. We're expecting the town is ready to move the project forward. And MassDOT is working with us to get that done. So any questions, or Garrett, if you want to add anything?
Oh, Janice?
A question I have, at the last annual meeting, the town voted to have the select board establish a committee of residents to go over the plans for this project. There's been very little advertisement or public notice of what's going on and whether or not that committee has been established. Do you know what's been happening with that?
I know it came up at the last meeting we had with the select board back in I think it was September. I don't know and I don't know anything about that since that meeting.
Good. I can answer that for. So I'm Mike Lorenko, I'm the town administrator. The board has not, they're at conflict over a committee. They voted, one member voted no, one member voted for 3 members, and one voted for 5. So they're at impasse, so they can't move forward with a committee. That has been discussed at 2 recent select board meetings. The information for this project, including plans and everything, is on the town website. It's accessible to the entire public. There is going to be a meeting upcoming in January at a board meeting to discuss the project and next steps. But as for right now, the board has decided not to go forward with a committee.
Thank you, Michael.